That all being said, this is morally the right and proper thing to do. So I am for it. And I think that we need to lead off with that before we get into the second thing that I also think is true. So I want to make sure I lay that marker down. This is the moral and right thing to do to impeach these people. Pause. Put a bookmark there. And now we get to the part where things that maybe even seem to be in conflict with one another in the deception era in which we live. Era of psychoses, mass propaganda, psyops that never end, okay? This is politically irrelevant and a complete distraction. They're announcing this to get ahead of the fact that he's going to cave on the budget deal and not fight. This has no chance of succeeding in the Senate, none, and that's exactly why they're going to do it. Steve, why are they doing this and not a government shutdown? Well, because the impeachment has no chance of happening in the Senate, and so therefore it won't get in the way of regular order of business whatsoever. A budget fight would. That's why. A budget fight would actually accomplish what we want. An impeachment, and here's what they're going to do with the impeachment, by the way. Mark my words. It's not going to be the people back in January, Matt Gaetz, Chip Roy, Andy Barr. It's not going to be those people that stood up to McCarthy that are going to be leading the impeachment fight. Oh, no. They're going to line the rhinos up, man. I mean, the aforementioned Nancy Mace that I referenced indirectly a little while ago, you see the game she's figured out? She's figured out I can go to pride parades in South Carolina. I can be pro-choice in South Carolina. All I've got to do is go on Fox News and scream witch hunt 9 times about Trump, and everybody forgets where I actually stand on the issues. She's figured the game out. It's going to be people like her. It's going to be people you can't trust. They're going to be put front and center in front of you to lead the impeachment fight for the purposes of branding them as your fighters. People forget it wasn't too long ago Chris Christie was a fighter. The Trey Gowdy, everybody, the albino everybody mocks now for all had and no cattle, was the guy that made Hillary Clinton look bad once in a House hearing, and his bones were forever made after that. They're going to line them up. They're going to line the rhinos up, line them up, and they're going to earn their bones and their street cred kvetching about Biden during this hearing and make it even harder to get rid of these people and primary them later on. Mark my words, that will happen. It'll be people loyal to McCarthy. They will be granted the spotlight to brand themselves to gullible people throughout America, gullible conservatives, to be branded as these, behold, trademark your new conservative heroes. Elise Stefanik can vote for the ultimate rainbow jihad legislation. And she did. But as long as she screams, witch hunt! She's good to go. That will happen here. They will quiet as kept. Cave on all the budget stuff. You know, the power of the purse, the stuff that would actually stop the lawfare against Trump. The stuff that last week DeSantis, who's the founder of the House Freedom Caucus, the co-founder, I should say, told Republicans they should do, and Trump is not actually telling them they should do. It's weird. DeSantis needs to sound more like Vivek, who's going nowhere, absolutely nowhere in this race. DeSantis actually urges Congress, instead of just following Trump around with a truth hat, DeSantis actually urges Congress to do something that would actually alleviate the pressure on Trump, which is more than what Trump has urged the Congress to do. It's really the perfect solution for this era. No substance at all. All drama, all television-driven performances, all media-driven performances. The amount of content that will be served up to the shows in our industry for the next few months on this will be absolutely endless. More excuses for many of my colleagues to not begin to cover the differences in issues and records between the primary candidates, because this impeachment is just so important, even though we all know in advance it will go nowhere. So it is the morally right thing to do, the timing of which, the method of which it will be done, the timing of which it is happening, the reasons for which they're going to claim they're doing it. All a scam, meaningless, and will go nowhere. And that's exactly why they're going to do it.